The tape was pure carnage yesterday. A SanDisk plummeted 14% in a single session, booking a brutal 25% drawdown in just 48 hours. Trading desks erupted with bears screaming that the structural AI hardware run is officially cooked. But looking at this massive daily red candle, my immediate instinct isn't fear. It's hunting for entry clusters. Alpha isn't generated when the retail float is euphoric. It's engineered when peak sentiment panics. Let's audit Thursday's tape. SanDisk wrapped at $1,745, down a heavy 14.13% on high volume. Price action swung from a $2,052 high down to a $1,693 floor. But did the core fundamental thesis shift? Not on my terminal sheets. Before we run the numbers on this storage flush, smash that like button and subscribe. If you want to front-run institutional block flows and spot deep structural entries before the crowd, hit the link in the description to join our desk. So what triggered this sudden liquidity vacuum? Meta completely upended the table. Rumors that Zuck plans to lease out excess AI compute cap sent Meta up 9%, while specialized GPU, server, and storage plays faced heavy distribution. The buy side isn't panicking about Meta's cloud pricing. They're pricing in macro duration risk. Desks are terrified that big tech capex is peaking. Data center rollouts are slowing, and hardware procurement cycles are facing a cliff. Remember, algorithms trade headline sentiment, but professional desks trade underlying sector mechanics. Unless the structural supply-demand model cracks, an aggressive single-day dump is usually just an emotional leverage flush. Right at peak capitulation, Morgan Stanley dropped an updated model showing a persistent 9% global supply deficit in the NAND market, stretching through 2027. The secular demand for dense enterprise SSDs remains highly sticky. Morgan Stanley explicitly reiterated their preference for Tier 1 memory vendors with massive pricing power. This severe markdown looks far more like a coordinated stop hunt to shake out weak retail hands rather than a structural top. Crucially, the street didn't issue a single downgrade. In fact, sell-side desks quietly hiked their targets up to an aggressive $2,500 baseline, citing the 2027 structural deficit. The analysts are buying the dip on paper. Does this mean you blindly market order your entire size here? Absolutely not. The primary risk factor remains hyperscaler capex elasticity. If cloud data center construction cools, the near-term storage tape will face choppy volatility. Zooming out to the macro horizon, the structural appetite for high-capacity NAND and enterprise SSD architecture is only compounding at LLM scale. This is a temporary sentiment flush, not an operational collapse. The core question isn't a 14% drop. It's whether this liquidation cascade is alerting you to catastrophic structural risk or handing you the ultimate entry price. The incoming data prints will settle the tape. What's your play? Subscribe and hit the notification bell if this structural memory breakdown gave you a tactical edge today. For our live entry clusters, option flows, and private community desk access, check the links in the description. See ya!